Well, Jack, let's start off by talking about the final moments against Ipswich. It doesn't get too much better than that. Full house, late equaliser, great celebrations. Must have been brilliant to be a part of.
Yeah, definitely was a relief finally breaking them down after the second half pressure we had. I felt like we deserved the goal. And yeah, Big Joey got his reward after a bit of an unforgiving match. Didn't really get too many or any decisions that I thought he maybe deserved, but yeah, it just shows the character and the fighting spirit this team's got to keep going to the very end.
Yeah, great example of just sticking at it for you as a team, and particularly for him as an individual. As you say, it must be so frustrating when you're in that situation, but you've just got to keep you cool.
Yeah, like I said, it shows the character that we've got. Everyone's got the same mentality. We've done it a couple of times already this season. To keep going to the very end, and yeah, Joe's that kind of guy. He'll keep going to the very end. And I was frustrated watching it. I can't imagine what it was like for him actually experiencing it. So fair play to him for keeping his head in and getting the goal.
What was it like in the early moments of the game? I'm not sure I've really ever seen anything like it at the Abbey. The roar from the crowd and Ipswich were just coming at you, and you had to stay strong.
Yeah, I mean, obviously last season was my first season. That was in front of empty stadiums everywhere. So this really was something different, and I enjoyed the noise and the atmosphere that was there. Obviously, we didn't start well enough. I think it showed that the weekend off that we had last weekend with no game, they had that match sharpness, and we were trying to find it a little bit. And then once we finally got our feet on the floor and were settled, we showed that we were the better team.
Yeah, good opportunity though to apply some of the lessons learned from Saturday immediately with Tuesday night.
Yeah, I love the Saturday Tuesday fixtures. It's just constant games. That's why we play football, to experience that, and hopefully we can keep that momentum that we finished with and keep it rolling on for Tuesday, because yeah, Tuesday is another massive one for us.
Yeah, and more generally over the recent run of games, I know people will talk about some of the goals conceded, but with the fight backs and the late goals, you've touched upon it already with the determination and the stickability and all of the rest of it. It's a brilliant characteristic to have, and I guess in terms of bringing the whole squad together when everybody's working that hard, it's great to see.
Yeah, we're definitely all pushing in the same direction. Obviously, we know. Especially the two goals on the weekend were so preventable. We know that, and we've already seen how quickly you get punished compared to last season with the step up in the league. So it's something that we're working on, but it's something that we've got to fix. And if we do, we could show that we are a really good team. And a point's a good point against them, but 3 points would have been even better.
Yeah, and I think Mark touched upon it at the weekend, the history of this side over the past 18 months to 2 years. Whenever you've had something you've wanted to address, by and large, you've always been able to go out and do it.
Yeah, and that's something we're gonna work on. No doubt, we all are in the same boat, and we're all trying to get to the same place together. So it's something that we will constantly work towards. And the fact that we have got that such great team spirit and fighting to the very end, it's only going to leave us in good stead moving forward.
Yeah, and for you on a personal level, you're playing in a really competitive part of the squad with obviously Harrison, and we know James Brophy on the left as well. To have been such a fixture in the side so far this season, it's a marker really of the standards you've managed to hit on a regular basis.
I'm pleased with the way I've started the season. Obviously, when you've got such tough competition around you, it gives you no option but to be playing well. Otherwise, you'll lose your spot in the team. And I've managed to start there this season and keep my shirt. And every game I go in with the same mentality of playing the best I can for the team and myself. And I love playing games, and I want to play as many games as possible. So obviously, Dunks is a great player, and I was in that position last season, and I wasn't playing as much as I wanted to. So I know what it's like, and yeah, I'm enjoying playing, and I want to keep playing as much as I can.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, how that situation is flipped entirely around, and you both know how it feels like to be in the other position.
Yeah, and that's going to come with football, isn't it? When the other guy's playing well, it's going to be tough to break in, but you've just got to make sure you're doing the right things. And for me personally, I want to keep playing well, and I want to keep playing for this team.
Yeah, and your curve, if you like, your progression curve as a Cambridge United player, you couldn't really have dreamed for anything better. I think you could probably make the argument that month on month you've managed to add more to your game.
Yeah, and I've always said that comes with the consistent game time. I spent a bit of time out when I was younger with some injuries, and so I know for a fact I'm still getting better, and I've still got a lot to learn, and I can see where I want to get myself to. So the constant amount of games I'm playing in this team, in this environment, in this league, I've got no choice but to learn. Otherwise, I'll get left behind.
And I know it's a bit of a cliche, and probably the answer to this question would always be yes, but do you feel you've got even more room for improvement? Do you think you can get better and better? There's plenty more in the tank?
Yeah, without a doubt. I've set myself personal goals that I'm working really hard to achieve. I know where I want to get myself to, and yeah, I've definitely got more in the tank, and I'm definitely still going to get better.
And is there really a sense as well that everybody in this squad has got a real taste for League One football now? The difference between League One and League Two, or Saturday would be a great example. Is there a sense of you've really got a taste for it and you don't want to let it go?
Yeah, and we're not scared either. We've shown that we can be competitive in this league. Obviously, like I mentioned before, you get punished a lot quicker, but some of the results I've had this season have showed that we are good enough to be in this league. We back ourselves to be in this league, and yeah, we want to stay here and keep fighting and moving up.
Cool, that's great from me.